are our pond cleaning season. We offer service to come out to your residence and clean up your pond. Water gardens are a living, breathing organism, an ecosystem, and they need maintenance. And to get a fresh start in spring, we need to clean it all out and get it ready to go. So we'll take it from this to clean. All right, in doing our spring clean out, the first thing we do is we remove all the water. We use a large pump with a 2-inch discharge hose to get rid of the majority of the water. Once we've got it down, we use the power cyclone metallic vacuum to vacuum the rest of the water out. We will then pressure wash everything down, get all the debris out of it, clean the filter pads, clean the skimmer, brush, and the net. We'll clean the skimmer and the filter boxes, and we will then put everything back together, refill it with water, dechlorinate it, make sure the pH is correct, and then you're ready to go for another year. Okay, so with the Power Cyclone pond vacuum that we sell at Star Ridge Aquatics for the homeowner to do their maintenance, you can see it has a 30-foot suction hose where it vacuums the water out of the pond. And as fast as it's vacuuming, it has a 30-foot discharge hose that comes all the way around, and it's pumping the water back out. So there's no need to empty the vacuum in between sessions. It just continually empties, so you can continue to work.
We're getting the pond all cleaned up. Step by step. One pine cone at a time.
Okay, now that we've removed all the debris from the pond, the next step in the process is to pressure wash. We start at the top of the stream and work our way down to the pond, then do the pond. And last, we clean the skimmer.
All right, so cleaning it out, I see the green algae.
Yep. We start up the pressure washer, I'll show you.
And all of the extras to clean out. Bye-bye algae. Gotta have a clean pond in a little while.
Okay, while the pond is filling, it's now clean. So while it's filling, we'll go over some of the maintenance items. Filter pads. These filter pads have been cleaned, but you can see they're getting thin. They're starting to tear. It's time to replace these. So we have these replacement parts at Star Ridge for all the filters that we sell. This is filter floss, biological filter media in a media bag. This is where all your biological activity happens. We do sell the mesh bags and the filter floss. But to show you, the filter pads go in, there's a rack inside of here that the filter pads sit on. Goes in first. Then the filter pads go in. Then the filter media goes on top. So that way your filter media doesn't get clogged with particulate debris. The mechanical filter of the pads catches it first.
Okay, and what is the box that contains them called?
That's a mini Aquafalls filter. We have mini, small, medium, and large. That's your biological overflow filter. That's what starts your waterfall.
Okay.
And then down on this end, we have the skimmer. The skimmer is where the pump is. The skimmer is also what catches your large debris. So the There's filter brushes and a filter net. The brushes go in, down in there, and the filter net sits in on top of them. So now all the debris that comes through the skimmer opening gets caught in the net to be emptied, and then finer debris gets caught in the filter brushes. If it gets through the net and the brushes, it's small enough to go through the pump, it gets caught by the filter pads at the top on the aquafalls. And then this lid goes on here, and we're good to go for another year.
Okay, looks great. So about how long does it take to fill this pond up?
A good 2.5 to 3 hours for this pond. It all depends on the water pressure. Each house has different water pressure and how big the pond is.
Right, and just a quick reminder, if the client has koi in their pond or goldfish, you want to be really careful with city water because you have to add.
Correct. We have dechlorinator, which removes chlorine and chloramine. Most municipalities now add chloramine, which is a chlorine ammonia compound. It's a stable compound, so it has to be chemically neutralized, where 20 years ago they added chlorine to the water. You could fill your pond up, let it sit for a day, and the chlorine would evaporate out. That doesn't happen anymore.
Right.
So you have to chemically neutralize that. And we also have the dechlorinator at Star Ridge to neutralize that water, make it safe for your fish.
Right, but if you have well water, you're good to go. Is that correct, or do you still need to
No, with well
test?
water, you don't have chloramine to deal with, but you do have heavy metals sometimes. So the product that we sell, Dechlor Ease, it also neutralizes heavy metals. So if you have copper or any other heavy metals in your well, it'll neutralize that, make it safe for fish. So it's a good idea to add the Dechlor Ease whenever you are adding water or changing water on your pond.
So definitely educate yourself about your pond, and you and your team at Star Ridge, just as you do custom water ponds, you do custom cleanings. Correct. Based on the water, based on if there's fish.
Correct, and we offer
aquatic
weekly,
plants.
We offer weekly, monthly, and annual service.
Mm-hmm.
Weekly is we come by once a week and we empty your skimmer, we test your water, we remove any large debris, check the fish for diseases, anything that may happen there. And then annual cleaning is just like this once a year in the spring. We come in and we pump everything out, pressure wash it down, and inspect everything, make sure everything's good, and we are good for another year.
It's fantastic. Thank you.
Alrighty, another quality water garden service completed. There you go.